He's accused of bilking hundreds of people out of hundreds of thousands of dollars, all in an adult adoption scheme targeting undocumented immigrants. 63-year-old Helaman Hanson of Elk Grove took the stand in federal court today, where he's accused in mail fraud, wire fraud, and conspiracy.
CBS 13's Kelly Ryan was in the courtroom today and has more from the federal courthouse in downtown Sacramento.
Hanson took the stand today. He appeared confident. He was smiling. He said he helped hundreds of people gain U.S. citizenship through adoption. But when pressed by the prosecutor, he appeared to change that story. Elk Grove resident Helaman Hanson leaving federal court this afternoon after he spent the day testifying.
After the verdict, we'll be able to comment.
No comment at all right now?
No comment now, after the verdict.
The U.S. Attorney's Office says Hanson promised citizenship to undocumented adults, telling them they could be adopted by American citizens. Adult adoptions are rare. Court documents from October 2012 to January 2016 show Hanson and other co-conspirators used organizations like Americans Helping America, also known as AHA, to persuade members of immigrant communities to buy memberships in a migration program. According to an investigation that involved the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security, memberships went for about $150 a year at first, but soon grew to as high as $10,000. According to the indictment, Hanson convinced nearly 500 victims to pay more than $500,000 to gain citizenship through getting adopted as an adult by a U.S. citizen. But not one single person ended up getting it. In testimony today, Hanson told the prosecutor he had been successful getting people citizenship, even though he admitted to agents he had lied to prospective customers about that. Today, he said the hundreds of clients who he had gained citizenship didn't get it through his migration program, but rather years earlier, working under his own name, and that he had destroyed all the records. As an adopted daughter of Hanson, spoke up for him.
It's not him, it's the people around him that are really, doing that. And that's
so it wasn't him, it was people he worked with or people he hired?
People he hired, agents or members of the organizations that are looking for people to be adopted.
There were a few victims in the court today listening to testimony, but they did not want to speak publicly. The U.S. Attorney has says that in the past, Hanson had threatened undocumented immigrants, saying that he would turn them over to ICE. Testimony continues on Monday.
Kelly, thanks.